Welcome back to Fragrance Finder. I'm your host, Frost Tanner. Today we're going to be going over Yusuf BHAI's Baccarat Rouge and how it stacks up to the Baccarat Rouge 540 by Francis Kurkdjian. Shout out to my good friend Abdul for gifting me this bottle. He was actually in Dubai at Yusuf BHAI's store, and Yusuf BHAI made this bottle himself. And just like you may see in other YouTube videos, everything is done by hand. So this bottle is going to be unique to any other bottle of Baccarat Rouge out there. This in particular is the 100 ml size. There's going to be a few bottling options, but this one I thought it was a very good choice considering how the original looks. So the cap of the bottle itself, it's a full acrylic, and over here it's a bit of plastic. But the rest of it, I'd say, is a very high quality. It feels very solid in the hand. It's a thick glass, and the atomizer is where this really shines. And for demonstration purposes, I'm going to be spraying it on a tester strip. But in reality, this Baccarat Rouge and the original Baccarat Rouge 540, you get the best out of the fragrance by spraying it on skin. For a direct comparison of how it smells, I would say the original Baccarat Rouge 540, there's a lot of sweetness, a bit of musk. You can really kind of get that spice from the saffron. As for this one, it's a lot of sweetness. It's quite similar, but it's more of a woody sweetness. If someone was walking past you, they're not going to tell the difference between this here, the original Baccarat Rouge 540, or even Ariana Grande Cloud, which is the most famous dupe of the original fragrance. But up close and how the dry down is on the skin, I would say it's about an 85% match. Just like the original, it's going to be very synthetic, but this one I would say has a more woody note to it, a more synthetic woody note.
That's woody! Ow! This way!
And now I'm going to review this fragrance in 5 categories, and do keep in mind again that this is blended by hand, so every single bottle is going to be different, but this will be how this particular bottle is on my skin. As for longevity, I give this an 8 out of 10. When I do spray this, my skin does look quite a bit oily, so I would assume that the perfume concentration is going to be higher in this, and you can still smell it quite well at the end of the day. As for projection, I give this a 7.5 out of 10. With the original, once you spray it on the wrist, it might disappear on the skin, but it kind of wraps you in this scent bubble.
This is awesome!
Whereas this, it kind of doesn't project as crazy, but it still has a nice sillage. As for my rating, I give this a 9 out of 10. I personally love the original, and this is sort of like a more woody, more masculine leaning version of that original. As for uniqueness, I give this a 6 out of 10 because it is a dupe of the original. But if somebody came up to me and I smelled this for the first time and they told me it was Baccarat Rouge 540 cologne, I just might believe them. For value, I give this a 9.5 out of 10. The price to value ratio is insane because this is about 120 AED, which works out to about $42 Canadian. And this is the number one reason somebody would be buying this compared with the original. And now for the total score, when we tally everything up and average it out, this gets an 8 out of 10. Overall, if you can afford the original, the feelings you get from wearing the original Baccarat Rouge 540 is unmatched. But if you don't have the budget for a $400 bottle of fragrance, I would definitely say this punches above its weight class. My good friend Abdul goes to Dubai fairly often, so we might be doing more Yusuf BHAI reviews in the future, so let us know which ones you'd like to see down below. Be sure to also check out some of our other fragrance reviews and comparisons.